At 82, I've gained wisdom, yet one choice haunts me. Moving into a nursing home. It felt like the right choice then. My family supported me, assuring me I'd receive all the care and comfort I desired. I trusted them. Upon arrival, I saw that reality shattered my expectations. Many of you may be considering this option for yourselves or someone you care about. You might think it's the safest choice, or perhaps you've been convinced it will simplify your life. Before you take that step, here are 6 things I wish someone had told me about moving in. Life in a nursing home isn't just convenient, it transforms everything. Once you're in, escaping isn't as easy as it seems. Naman. Stay with me to the end. You might be surprised by these lessons. This video could be crucial for anyone thinking about a nursing home before making a life-altering choice. Let's begin. Regret losing my independence. The greatest surprise of moving into a nursing home wasn't the cramped space, the rigid meal schedule, or the strangers around me. I realized I had lost control of my life. I had my routines before moving in. I chose my wake-up time, my meals, and how to fill my day. I could stroll freely, whip up my favorite dishes, or simply relax in my cherished chair with a book. Inside the nursing home, I felt my time slipping away. Life moved to a rhythm I didn't choose. Breakfast happened at a fixed time regardless of my hunger. Lights out came at a set hour regardless of my readiness for sleep. Care to step outside for a walk? Permission may be required and you might have to wait for assistance. Simple decisions, like what to eat or wear, became privileges rather than basic choices. I recall my first week, waking in a bed that felt foreign. I sat up, stretched, and grabbed the book I had been reading. In that moment, reality struck me hard. This never felt like a home. My books, my favorite chair, the little comforts I cherished are gone. Only cold walls and a lonely bed remained. I had no choice. I felt an unsettling truth. I had lost control of my own life. What hurts the most? Once you surrender your independence, reclaiming it feels nearly impossible. You change because it is necessary. You cease the fight when they announce dinner. You no longer ask for permission to take a walk whenever you wish. You adapt to their world, yet in doing so, you begin to fade away. Are you prepared to surrender the little freedoms that define your life when choosing a nursing home? When they're gone, the ache of their absence will be deeper than you can imagine. Regret lingers, a haunting sense of being forgotten. One of the toughest realities of entering a nursing home is the painful awareness that life outside continues on without you. When I arrived, my family promised to visit frequently. I trusted them, and at first, they delivered. My daughter visited weekly. My grandchildren came to visit on weekends. For a moment, I felt a spark of my old life. As time passed, the visits dwindled. My daughter now calls instead of coming. My grandchildren are caught up in school and work. The holidays were unbearable. Promises were made, yet at the last moment, everything fell apart. Suddenly, I sat alone in the common room, watching others gaze at the door, longing for the day someone would remember them. My family never stopped loving me. Life intervened. When you're absent, others often think you're okay, adapting, needing less care. The longer you stay in a nursing home, the easier it becomes for others to forget how much you still need them. One evening, alone in my room, I held my phone, torn about calling my son. I feared being a burden. I hesitated to remind him I was here, waiting for a visit that may never arrive. As I set the phone aside, the realization struck me hard. This was my life, days slipping away, yearning for someone to remember me. Considering a nursing home? Reflect on this. Are you ready for the solitude? No matter how deeply your family loves you, distance can easily lead to forgetfulness. If you're still here and finding this valuable, drop a 2 in the comments to show your support. Subscribe now and hit the bell. Don't miss out on any videos. It's time to move ahead. Regret 3. Losing my purpose. Moving into the nursing home felt like just a change of address. I didn't see how my reasons for living were shifting. I carried burdens at home. My days were filled with purpose, passion, and motivation to rise each morning. Even the little things, watering plants, brewing coffee, tidying my space, filled me with purpose. In the nursing home, those cherished rituals vanished. Food was prepared for me. Someone else handled the cleaning. The plants were no longer my responsibility. I convinced myself that relaxation was finally within reach. Only peace, only stillness, just tranquility. After a few weeks, I felt an emptiness. The days dragged on, filled only with the weight of waiting. I noticed it in other residents as well. Once vibrant souls now sit, staring, lost in the endless wait for time to slip away. George, 84, lived a life of craftsmanship as a carpenter. At home, he tirelessly repaired and crafted projects in his garage. Here, he found only emptiness. No tools, no projects, nothing to ignite his creativity. I watched him pull back his hands, once strong and skilled, now lifeless, in his lap. One day he said, "I feel useless." I understood him completely. Without something to care for or strive toward, life begins to feel empty. The mind quiets, the body surrenders. Before long, you realize you're just another face in a world where time passes, yet nothing truly shifts. When thinking about a nursing home, reflect on what truly brings meaning to your life. Moving in doesn't guarantee purpose. It's more than just filling your time. It's a struggle to cling to what ignites your spirit. Regret lingers, health fading quicker than anticipated. I was thriving for my age before I entered the nursing home. I may not have been running marathons, but I was still capable of caring for myself. Take walks and prepare my own food. I had my routines, grocery shopping, morning stretches, and walking around the house to stay strong. Once I moved in, everything shifted. Initially, it felt like I was simply relaxing. Meals arrived at my door, freeing me from the kitchen. With a simple push of a button, help would arrive. I didn't see that neglecting myself made me weaker. I became still, and my legs grew stiff. I've been sitting too much, and suddenly standing up feels like a struggle. The muscles I worked so hard for are fading away quicker than I imagined. It affected us all. I witnessed it happen to others as well. Those who once walked freely now depend on wheelchairs. Once independent, people now found themselves needing help with tasks they once mastered. The more support we received, the more we craved it. I remember my neighbor Alice, the Frinid Wasiras Chabirasiru Tungchum. She was a vibrant 81-year-old when she first moved in. She walked the facility every day, determined not to let a number define her pace. After a few months, I saw she was walking less. First, she needed a walker, then a wheelchair. One day she looked at me and said, "I don't know when it happened, but I feel like I've aged a decade in just a few months." It felt precisely that way. Stop moving and you begin to fade away. In a nursing home designed for ease, we often overlook that movement is not merely convenience. It is essential for survival. If I had realized how fast my strength would fade, I would have fought harder to stay active, to keep pushing myself, even on the tough days. Will you stay motivated to keep your body strong in a nursing home where life is made effortless? When you slow down, rising again is harder than it seems. If you're still here and finding this valuable, drop a 4 in the comments to show your support. Subscribe now and hit the bell. Don't miss out on any videos. Your support fuels our mission to inform and inspire. It's time to move ahead. I regret the loss of privacy and dignity deeply. I never realized how much privacy I would sacrifice by moving into a nursing home. I had my own sanctuary at home. I can shut my bedroom door, embrace the silence, and live life my way. In a nursing home, privacy often slips away, leaving you exposed. From the moment I arrived, I felt eyes on me. Staff moved in and out, room checks were routine, and shared spaces left little room for solitude. Even basic tasks like dressing or using the bathroom often needed help. It's hard to accept help when you've always done things on your own. My first week was a battle, grappling with the need to seek permission for actions that once felt instinctive. Care for a shower? Help may take a moment to arrive. Time for a bathroom break? Pressing the call button can lead to a frustrating wait. Meal choices felt painfully restricted. If today's menu doesn't please you, that's just tough luck. Then came the problem of roommates. Not everyone has a private room. Sharing a space with an unchosen roommate can be incredibly frustrating. I was fortunate to have a kind roommate, but others faced much harsher realities. Some faced noisy, messy roommates, or those with challenges that made sleep feel impossible. No matter how hard you try, your room will never feel like home. Dignity is fragile. I never knew how much I'd have to give up until it was gone. When people knock but rush in, when you're treated like a patient, not a person, when your life is governed by someone else's schedule, it transforms you. You begin to fade, becoming just another name on a list. Are you ready to sacrifice the privacy and control that have defined your life for so long? Once it's lost, reclaiming it is a struggle. Regret lingers, a reminder that leaving is tougher than it seems. I convinced myself it was just a temporary stay when I first entered the nursing home. I decided to take a chance to see what happened. If it didn't feel right, I could walk away. I never understood how difficult it would be to escape once I was trapped. Initially, it appeared straightforward. If I didn't enjoy it, I'd simply return home. Home had changed forever. My house stood vacant and keeping it up from afar grew challenging. My children began making changes, selling what they thought I wouldn't need, even thinking about renting out the place. When I suggested returning, they paused. Can you really handle this alone? Isn't staying the safer choice? We only want the best for you. Then came the struggle with physical decline. Months of ease left me weaker than before. My independence faded, and the thought of returning home became harder than I ever expected. My lack of confidence in living alone trapped me in fear. I found others who shared my experience. They entered the nursing home with hope, but soon discovered that leaving was far more complicated than they imagined. Staying too long makes leaving even harder. Some people lost the option completely. Once their home was sold or their savings depleted by care costs, there was no turning back. No one warned you about that. Moving in seems like a choice you can undo, yet for many, it's a permanent step. The nursing home envelops you, and soon the vibrant life outside fades into a distant echo. Thinking about a nursing home? Consider this. Once you enter, leaving may not be as easy as you imagine. Once you settle in, leaving becomes a struggle. Financial, physical, and emotional barriers can weigh you down more than you realize. If you're still here and finding this valuable, drop a comment with the number 6 below. I want to hear from you. Subscribe now and hit the bell. Don't miss out on any videos. Your support fuels our mission to create content that informs and inspires. Peace to Mom. Concluding reflections. Reflecting on my journey, I embrace aging, yet I regret thinking a nursing home was my only path. I entered seeking comfort, safety, and a brighter future. I discovered a world that gradually stripped me of my independence, privacy, purpose, and identity. Are all nursing homes truly bad? Not really. Some truly need the care they offer. Before you decide, consider what you might lose. Once you move in, everything changes forever. If I could go back, I would have fought harder to keep my home, sought help without sacrificing my freedom, and ensured I truly needed to leave before making that irreversible choice. As you confront this decision, pause and reflect. Is this truly what's best for you? Is this truly the best choice or just the easiest one in this moment? Your life today, your routines, independence, choices, deserves to be cherished for as long as possible. We appreciate your presence today. We want to hear from you. Share a lesson you learned today and how you'll apply it in your life. Your voice matters. Share your thoughts with us. Your comments inspire and uplift us immensely. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it. Your support fuels our mission to inform and inspire. Thank you for watching. We can't wait to see you in the next video.